By acts of war or accidents of peace, great ships go down. Enter the final anonymity of the sea. Among survivors, each will remember a private fragment of disaster, a startled glimpse of eternity.
We had a full lifeboat, and when we got lowered down, we drifted because we couldn't get all the oars out too far
Well,
away.
we were always told that that ship could never sink. And then suddenly, it stood up on end, straight up, and it went right down straight.
And they never had any chance of getting to shore, sir. Never with that boat, never.
And I propose to drink to the Britannic, to the splendid ship that you have been on board, and that had such a tragic fate. To the Britannic.
In London, Captain Cousteau greets 8 known survivors of the famed British hospital ship sunk by enemy action in World War I.
And we were just served with our porridge. And suddenly there was a big bump.
You felt it well?
Yes, we felt it. And the ship sort of rose up and came down again. And nothing happened for a minute or two. And then the captain got up and he said, "Ladies, you know what that is. Will you go to your cabin straight away, get your life belts, and get up onto the top deck as quickly as ever you can. Don't waste any time."
Once we got all the ladies off, it was every man for himself. And we just drifted past the propellers. We were just lucky we got clear. But I saw one lifeboat getting cut up. So I saw arms and legs go up there.
They never had any chance. And if they'd stopped the engines, those people would not have been cut up with the propellers.
Was the Britannic torpedoed or did it hit a mine? Which is your opinion?
My opinion is she got torpedoed.
I say torpedoed because, as I told you before, that on the 5th journey, I saw the submarine.
And it was a torpedo. It's not 2 torpedoes. It was not a mine.
Mrs. Mitchell, what is your opinion? Was the ship torpedoed or did it hit a mine?
Oh, torpedo, without a doubt.
Without a doubt, torpedo. Thank you. Now you, Mrs.
Without a doubt, torpedoed. They fired
Without a
2
doubt,
of them.
torpedo.
At least one torpedo, at least. It was a mine without a shadow of doubt.
You know what Rudyard Kipling said about war?
No.
And I read a lot of Kipling. He said, and I think it's the best thing to say about politicians in war. When a war starts, the first casualty is truth.
Launched as sister ship to the Titanic, 6 months before World War I, the Britannic is also doomed. Then the largest ship ever built, she will go down off Greece amid charges of wartime outrage a year after being commissioned. Following the path of the Britannic on her 6th and fatal voyage, the Calypso heads eastward into the Aegean, stormy cradle of Western man. Here, past the shattered splendor of Poseidon's temple, the Britannic steamed to take on wounded from the Allies' failing Dardanelles campaign. Nearby, off Kia Island on November 21st, 1916, she was racked by explosions and quickly sank with a loss of 30 lives. For 6 decades, the questions have remained. Was the Britannic carrying war supplies?